We've got a very, very important question on our hands right here. Will the market crash on Wednesday when every single account that has Ultimate Edition gets 4,600 FIFA points at the exact same time? That is a lot of packs, and it's something that's pretty unprecedented from anything we've seen in FIFA's past. We've never actually seen 4,600 FIFA points on everybody's account this early in the game. And what you might be thinking is, well, obviously the market will crash if all of that supply comes onto the market. I mean, everybody's going to be opening those packs immediately, which is true about the pack opening part. But I think the market crash part, that's a little bit more tricky, because not only will there be a ton more supply, yes, but there will be a ton more buying power, and everybody's going to have more coins. So what we're going to see is some of the higher rated meta probably go up, while the lower rated meta doesn't go up quite as much. So when you're looking at players such as Maxence Lacroix, well, this kind of guy, he's probably going to struggle a lot to go up in price because he's only 79 rated. Sure, that's a great card, and it'll be used a lot in the first weekend league, but it's only 79 rating, and when everybody and their frickin' dog has 4,600 FIFA points to open, that's going to be packed a lot more than Kevin De Bruyne, a 91 rated center attacking mid. Even if you might think that Lacroix is more valuable to your team, it doesn't matter how good he is. If he's lower rated, he's going to be packed more. De Bruyne, on the other hand, at 160,000 coins. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at what he's chilling at right now. He's actually gone up a little bit to 180,000 coins now. This is the type of card that will go up because of those packs as opposed to down. What we're going to see is a lot of people are waiting to buy their team during that wave of packs. A lot of people are waiting and saying, hey, this is going to be a market crash. And guys, here's what I'm going to tell you. The market may go down, but most of that's going to happen before the 27th, or at least before 6 p.m. UK, or whenever everybody gets those packs. People will prepare by selling their cards on their transfer list, and they'll sell their squads, and they'll put those on the market, and they'll stay liquid. And then once the 27th comes, everybody's going to be liquid. Everybody's going to be ready to buy their teams. And yes, there will be more supply, but not only is there going to be so much demand from people waiting to get their crazy deals during this market crash, but we're also going to be seeing so much more buying power from people who couldn't previously afford good players. So when they open all of those 4,600 FIFA points and they pack themselves a Richarlison, after a Martial, after Gabriel Jesus, and they get all these low-rated strikers that go for 10K, well, they're going to list them and then list him and then list him, and then they're going to have 50,000 coins, and they're going to start looking for some of the better strikers from the Premier League. They're going to look for the expensive guys, the ones that are higher rated and less attainable before they were able to afford those cards. So these lower rated guys, like, I guess you could say in this team, Muriel, Mkhitaryan, Dumfries, this 77 rated fella at 3,300 coins, Ibanez in my squad, yeah, he's going to be packed a lot. So it's going to be tough on those cards' prices. But for the cards that are a lot higher rated, there's not going to be that much of an effect on the supply. In fact, I think those cards will skyrocket in price. I think they'll go up a ton in coins. I'm talking the elite cards as well. I'm talking the Mbappes, the Neymars, the Messis, the Ronaldos, right? Those guys are going to go up from all of those packs. You might think, no, they're going to go down. There's going to be more packed. They're going up. The big boys are going up, and I think the higher tier cards in the middle are also probably going to go up a little bit as well. Now, it's tough when you're in the middle. You don't know if Romelu Lukaku is high enough rated because, yes, I've seen him be packed quite a bit by my friends, and it's kind of suspicious on how rare it is to pack a Lukaku or an 88 rated card. So it's tough when you're looking at those middle tier cards between 85 and 88 rated, where you're not sure if they are going to get packed a ton or they're not going to get packed at all. It's really tough to gauge those. So those are a little bit more risky if you were to invest. For me, I think the best investments are once you have these coins and hopefully you've got a couple 100K, I would go big in terms of those investments. I would go for the N'Golo Kantés, the really high-rated meta cards that everybody's going to need for their squads. Those are the cards that are going to go up a lot. Right now, he's 430,000 coins. I could see that rise 100,000 coins in just one day if all the pieces fall in just right. You're also going to see a lot of people pack that in second team of the week. In comparison to the first team of the week, you're not going to see very many first team of the week cards that have been packed, which means that the players like Vinicius Jr. and Ismail Assar, those guys are going to rise a lot because they're not going to be in packs during that huge wave during the pack opening. They're not going to be in packs, so they're going to benefit, or their price, I guess I should say, is going to benefit from the fact that there's going to be so many more coins in the game, and everybody's going to be able to afford him after they open 4,600 FIFA points. I mean, you'll have over 100,000 coins at the minimum, and that's even if you don't really pack anything. And so everybody's going to be able to afford 150,000 coins for a Vinicius Jr. So when they have that money, they might buy him. There's going to be rising demand, and there's going to be more buying power. He's going to be more attainable. But there's not going to be any more supply. All the supply is cut on Wednesday at 6 p.m. UK, or actually slightly before that, I think now, where the new team of the week is going to come out. So cards like this, I think, could really, really do well going into next Wednesday. So if you're investing in big cards, dude, this Vinicius Jr., I think, is one of the better investments, in my opinion. He's just a really, really good card, kind of similar to that Saint Maximin from last year, which was a winger in the Premier League in form, and he rose a ton out of packs and was super good for the first few weekend leagues. But the fact that they're not going to be in packs during the wave of packs from 4,600 FIFA points, it's going to benefit their price quite a bit. Anyways, guys, if you have made it this far into the video, make sure you're dropping a like and making sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't yet. I really do appreciate the support you guys have been showing on the Trading to Glory. It's really been awesome. You guys have been supporting the squad building challenge videos. The YouTube is starting to do really, really well. It's all because of you, so thank you so much for that. It's been a little bit slow today, so I've decided to get into a little bit of icon trading. I just picked up my first card, and I'm a little bit iffy because I've only been looking at icons for about 10 to 15 minutes now, but I got this Shearer here, which was up at the 59th minute, and I got him for 218,000 coins, and then I compared the price. I looked at it. The next cheapest was 250 on bid there, which doesn't have a bid yet, but then there is one with a bid of 235,000, and at this price you're looking at about maybe 12,000 coin tax. So I thought, okay, if I sold this for 240,000 coins, then I would be still making over 10,000 coins. So I thought that was a pretty solid deal. So I decided to pick it up, and that'll be our first icon flip of the year. What a moment. What a milestone. Now, to icon trade, I would suggest you guys have a budget of at least 300,000 coins. Ideally, you would have up to maybe 1 million coins would probably be the best budget for this method, and obviously above 1 million would also work. Anything above 1 million. I was doing it with 550,000 coins there, and I picked up a card for just 218K. So I guess if you got 250K, you could still get some of these good deals. But what I like to do is I like to go to the 59th minute of icons on the market, and I'll just go ahead and monitor their price. So what you'll do is you'll set your max buy now at the amount of coins that you have so that you don't get any cards that you can't actually buy at that time. You'll scroll all the way across to the 59th minute of the icons just to see the new listings. And if you find a deal or you find a card that you want to monitor, you'll add it to your transfer targets. So let's get to the 59th minute so I can give you guys an example of this. And we're up to 54, 58, and so we're up to 59 minutes now. So once we get here, we can see a couple of different cards, like Giggs here is 165 on the market. Now, if I want to keep track of this guy, what I'll do is I'll add the cheapest up listed card for Giggs onto my transfer targets. So I'll just keep track of Giggs just like that. Let's scroll across and see if there were any other cards listed recently. We've got Ashley Cole. He's a decent left back 270K, which is the cheapest card listed on the market, but you got to consider there's about 15K tax there, and with a card being listed 19K above what he's listed for here, it's not going to be a snipe. If you want to invest in cards like these, that's definitely up to you. They are some of these cards are pretty good and will be going up during the rise in price past Wednesday, like we mentioned earlier with some of those really, really high rated meta gold cards. So that's just exactly how I do it. And then once you get an idea of certain prices, what you can do is you can see, all right, which ones are selling for which prices and which ones are expiring without selling. And by keeping track of that, you can see, all right, well, if I were to buy a law drip here for 130,000 coins or less, I can expect to make profit off of that right now. If I get a Baggio for 360,000 coins or less, then I can expect to make profit on Baggio. So if I get a bid of on this card right here, 330, it's got a price of 380 on it, which we know sells. Somebody will buy it for 380. We can go ahead and place a bid of 330 on that and make a decent bit of profit. So the same thing goes for all four of those, but until they do get bought, or at least get a bid on them, of course, you don't know exactly how much demand there is, because even though this might be the cheapest Barnes right here at 276,000, you can see it's not selling. Okay, it's not selling at 276,000, so you can't say, oh, if I pick up a John Barnes at so it's 270, you got 5% tax at 270, that's about 14,000 coins. So if I pick up a card for 256,000 coins or less, that's profit. Well, no, you can't say that, because that John Barnes didn't sell for 270. It was just the cheapest listed. So you've got to take in the account if they sell or not, which is why you kind of have to monitor this market, and you have to add them to your transfer list, and you have to kind of get yourself familiar with the icon market and their prices, their demand, if some cards sell much easier than others, if they rise during the night at certain times. Those are all very important factors to learning each card, and there's a lot of different icons to learn. You've got the baby and you've got the mid icons out right now, so that's obviously going to make it more difficult, because if you look and you see, okay, well, this Fernando Hierro is going for 300,000 coins or 200,000 coins. Well, his baby might be going for 50K less than that. And if you think that that baby card is actually its middle card, then you might end up losing some coins on a mistake like that. So be very careful when you're buying these cards. Make sure you're very familiar with it. You're very confident that you are making a right decision. It doesn't look like there's too many great deals at 300K or less. As I said, it's pretty tough to do it with such a low budget. Once you get up near 1 million coins, it gets a lot easier to trade with these cards, and there's a lot more options, and sometimes you even get some insane deals on some of the bigger icons. It looks like that Nakata sold pretty quickly at 150,000 coins. He does have one listed for 175K. If that were to sell at 175K, you'd get about 166,000 coins back. So hypothetically, if they did sell that card they just bought at 150K, which is this one, correct? Yeah. It would give you 16K profit, but I don't know if it would actually sell. It's a tough call on that one. So yeah, guys, hopefully you learned a little bit about icon trading. And if you have any questions, you can obviously talk to me in the comment section below, send me a tweet, or I'm often in the Gamers Class Discord, which I'll actually leave a link to Gamers Class below. I have over 2 hours of FIFA 22 trading content already on that website, and you can get a 3-day free trial for that. So I'm going to leave the link at the top of the description for you guys to do that. You can literally get that 3-day free trial and probably watch all of my content in that 3 days. But if you do end up wanting to get a subscription, it's not very expensive. It's like $7 a month on that website, which is a pretty good deal given the fact that you're getting trading content and gameplay content. You can get a bunch of tips from techs and a bunch of pro players as well as traders. So that's something to check out in the description below. I'd love for you guys to go support me over there. Thank you guys so much for watching the 4th episode of our FIFA 22 Trading to Glory. If you made it to the end of the video, as always, I've got a color for you to comment down below, and I want you guys to try to keep it discreet as possible. Mix it into your comment to where other people won't notice. The color is navy because that's kind of what the background looks like right now. So comment the color navy below or use an emoji that has the color navy in it, I'll know what you're talking about. You're an absolute legend for making it to the end of the videos. I really do appreciate it. Anyways, guys, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.